Hello, ladies and gentlemen. What is going on? We are just having a little bit of game loading time issues right now. So, we will transition in just a second. How are we all doing on this slightly rainy Sunday in the UK? Here we are. Seem to have loaded in. Let's just give it a second. The icons are not coming up for me to select. There we are. Give it a second to stabilize. There we are. Loaded in. And let me just go ahead and change microphones over. There we are. Transitioning. Oh, there we go. There's the message, as per usual. So let me just go in and live chat up. And I'll do this. Let's do CPU. CPU is spiking. I guess that's because I'm. Oh god. Okay. It is raining. Yes. Chat needs. I think I have portrait lock on. Hold on. Yes, I do. Can you flip, please? Please? Sorry, I'm struggling to get chat to flip over because my phone is charging and you know what? Let's just unplug it. I'm on 40%. Okay. Let's go ahead and just do the video settings again, as per usual. I've done that. Still doesn't want to flip, so I just unplugged it. I'm on like 50%, so that'll last the stream. It's not gonna be a very long stream. This is contact shadows. Jesus Christ, why is that on there? Whoa. Shadow maps. 768. No, terrain shadows need to be on at least. So it's a 4x4. Just okay. There we are. After yeah, sure. I have a few more things I need to do for the channel before we start, but I can definitely fit it in at some point. So let me just check. Am I how? Yeah, I'm kind of peaking a bit too high on the audio here. Let's get started, shall we? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome on board our beautiful FSS E190 in Microsoft Flight Simulator from the flight deck. My name is Anonymous360. I'll be your captain for today. And we're going to be doing a full in-depth review on stream for a video. Hello, are you single? Little bit of a strange question, good sir, but yes, I am single. No, I'm not single. My bad. I meant to say no. I'm not single. I have a girlfriend. I'm not single. That is confirmed. Not single. I have a girlfriend. IRL girlfriend. But anyway, moving on. Let's go ahead and set up the expectations for today's flight. We're going to be reviewing this Flight Sim Studios E190 early access preview for Microsoft Flight Sim 2020. Probably one of my last reviews for the simulator. And okay, I don't really care. I'm not gonna lie. It's called misspeaking because you're trying to think of what to say next. I don't know if you've ever done streaming without a script before, but that's what happens. So right now, thinking about my relationship is not my current first priority. Streaming is, but this is probably going to be one of my last reviews for the Flight Simulator, since I will hopefully be switching to Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. You sound really... Bro. I need to get my moderator on here. The hell? Right. I'll get my moderator on here. Unless he's away. Mod me. What the hell? What's this issue? Okay, so yeah, let's just focus up here. This is going to be one of my last reviews for the Microsoft Flight Sim 2020, as I will be switching, hopefully, to Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. Depending on, I haven't actually seen the trailers, but that is going to be another video. My thoughts on Flight Sim 2024 and whether I will do it for YouTube or not. I'm not entirely sure because of the graphical content. I don't know how much better it's going to be. Depending on that, I will decide on whether my computer is up to streaming and recording with the current specs, or whether I'll have to upgrade first and stick to Microsoft. And I just closed the simulator. I am... Okay, so my microphone won't unmuted. Yeah, this is going well today, isn't it? This is a great high quality stream, Modern Anonymous. This is going very well. I haven't streamed in a while, okay? Like properly streamed, as in like done review streams. Right, let's mess about with a full screen here. The game is loading. Let me continue with what I was saying. Depending on how graphically intense Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 is, I will debate whether my PC will be able to handle it, because recording is quite graphically intense. What on earth? Let's get... What the hell? I just witnessed. God almighty. So, yeah, depending on how... Let me, for the third time, let me finish my conversation. Yeah, depending on how graphically intense 2024 is on my computer, because I don't have very good specs, I will debate on whether recording with high settings, as I'm usually doing, will be too much of a strain on my computer, or whether I can play it. And if it is too much, then I will have to just stick to 2020 for a little bit. And then I'll get a GPU upgrade, and I might need a CPU because my CPU is starting to spike quite badly. Especially during streaming, it hasn't done that recently. I might have a small bottleneck or something. Okay, the sim has finally restarted after the small closure that I may have accidentally made. Right. Anyway, moving on from computer components, let's actually spawn back in here, which will take another 10 minutes because this add-on takes like 15 minutes to start. So, yeah, this is going to be one of the last reviews I do for the simulator. Probably the last one I might do is the PMDG 777 and the fly-by-wire and Phoenix A320s. So I am planning on uninstalling this simulator once I get 2024, because this takes up 400 gigabytes on my computer, and my video file takes up 300 gigabytes. So I won't have enough space for it. So I might have to get rid of some stuff. So let's go ahead and pop. Alright, pop the simulator back up. The game audio is indeed running. That is good. Put that there. It will be a lot more. I'm pretty sure it'll be a lot more. What the hell just happened? Okay. So we have returned. So this is going to be hopefully a very detailed review. I did do a short review on this aircraft, but it wasn't a proper review because I ran out of time. So anyways, one thing to note, this aircraft is in the early access preview stage, so this is not what the finished product will look like. So as such, there will be systems and simulations that are not implemented as of yet. So anyway, let's have a quick overview of the overhead panel to start off. Now, I'm not entirely too familiar with this aircraft. I'm much more familiar with sort of Airbus style aircraft, and this is fairly similar. It's a much smaller overhead panel than an Airbus or indeed a Boeing, but these are designed to be easy to use and not need too much training, I'm fairly sure. Because the turnaround time to this aircraft is like 20 minutes. Doesn't take very long. So the one thing that isn't actually on this aircraft, not just in the simulator, but I'm pretty sure in real life, is is IRS. It aligns automatically in a very quick time. I'm not entirely sure if that's actually in the real aircraft or not, but I don't think it is. So most of these switches here and sort of dials, etc., do work, and it does make it kind of a study level aircraft. You could fly this, I'd say, on VATSIM. I don't fly VATSIM because I'm not that good at this game, but hopefully I will be able to fly it before Flight Sim 2024 comes out. So yeah, so you got the emergency exit lights and sterile lights, no smoking, fasten belts, all the landing lights, etc. Taxi. These are all just sort of basics, but then we have stuff like these switches: the DC Essential Bus, the DC Bus 2, and the DC Bus 1. DC Bus ties works, battery 1, battery 2, and the electric AC power, all this stuff, APU Gen GPU. This is inoperative, so that's a bit disappointing at the moment. But most of the stuff, I think the fuel, yeah, cabin pressurization, cabin altitude seems to work. The mode, and then the fuel, sort of fuel dump system seems to be operational as well. Who the hell are you, and what have you just put in my chat? This is not okay. I'm being attacked. Make a note of you as well. If I see anything like that again, you're getting banned. I will ban you. I'm ruthless. I'm not tolerating this in my streams. So anyway, all of this seems operational. Stuff like the VHF1, VHF2, VHF3. This is not, but anything sort of to this left-hand side and this right-hand side, apart from this. The flaps, parking brake, speed brake, the throttles obviously work. The MCDU works. We have an EFB, which is nice. We'll go ahead and connect the jetway. Get a GPU, just open the door, and we'll go ahead and import our latest. This has SimBrief integration, as do most aircraft these days. Departure. Oh my god, what is wrong with that? Right. Bro's getting stream sniped. That's so real. So true. So true. Right, I need to regenerate this flight because use current time, yes. Because I generated this morning just to test that everything was working right. We're gonna set departure movies to be 24. Movies to be 23. Right. Right. How do I ban a user? How do you ban? Let's remove that. I need to ban you. Imagine. I banned him. Rip Bozo. That's why you don't. That's why you don't do that in my chat. You get banned for 24 hours. I can't permaban him because this is not Twitch. Right, let's remove this. Let's add a flight. Much better. There we go. So the departure time is actually 1:05. It's just not right in the simulator. Right. So the battery one, let's turn this on. Let's actually get going. I need to turn my music down a little bit. Oh. Game audio can come up. I just thought that I was still in the pause menu because I've got a pause screen that looks just like this one right now. So battery 1 and battery 2 have come on. Let's go ahead and turn on the GPU. Look down here. So you can see that the screens do self-test. And we have a custom sound pack. I'm not entirely sure if there's an actual sound pack for this plane that I can download. I haven't gone that far. And there we go. There's the screens. The RS is aligning automatically. Now, one thing to note is that these green lights are not actually included to start off with. You have to go into the EFB, go to settings, and go to aircraft, and turn this off. Disable glare shield LEDs. Because in the real aircraft they don't actually show up either. So that's just a bit of realism for you. So let's go down and arm the emergency exit lights. We're in a sterile cockpit situation, so fasten belts and no smoking, so we'll turn that on. And we'll go ahead and do fire test. Yep. Let's turn the bleeds on. Turn these pumps on. Turn on the DC pump for the APU, which we are now going to start up. Give it a second. You can see it indicating that the APU is at 0 and it is just firing up. So we're going to start that up. There we go. So that's doing its thing now. Let's have a look at the touchscreens. Touchscreen seems operational. There's no bug. The bug has been fixed where the cursor's up here, but it clicks down here. So you can go status, flight control, hydraulics, fuel, electrical, ECS, which I'm not. I think that's the air conditioning, anti-ice, engine maintenance. The maintenance is not included yet, and a system config page as well. You can go to the plan, or we can go to the map. Now these have not been implemented yet, as of right now, which is a bit of a shame. And there can also be an altitude sort of thing here, but I can't actually remember how you get that up. So we'll figure that out. Let's go ahead and adjust the QNH. Standard, that's 1013. I don't know what the QNH actually is outside, but I've just set it to be automatic. So the runway that we're taking off from is runway 24, dry, runway 2, runway 6, dry, flaps 1. QNH is 1019. There we go. Set that up. I think it just had to align it there, or do something. Calculate that, and let's start the loading process. Let's go to the manifest page, send that to the MCDU, open the cargo doors, and this door, and I'll go into our pushback mod up here. Go to the aircraft page, and select catering and baggage. We've opened the cargo doors already. If we come out here, you can see that APU is incredibly loud. First of all, and the sim has kind of, okay, there we go. The performance isn't too good on this aircraft, when you're recording. It's when you're recording, you can't get rid of me always here. If your woman's turd. Just ban you. Rip Bozo. So I don't know what's going on, but I'm either being hacked or I am being stream sniped or something. This is not going so well. So yeah, we can see the cargo being loaded into the aircraft here with a pushback mod. This is free, by the way. Who needs GSX when you got this? We've got the catering services in here. So the touchscreen we've established is being animated fairly well. There are a lot of systems that haven't been implemented as of yet. Go ahead and go in here and go into the electrical page just to check that everything is indeed running. The APU is not running. APU bleed. And the APU generator. That's now in use, and it is now generating 116 volts, 400 hertz, and 9 kVAs. So that is indeed accurate. I'm going to turn on the yaw damper, and now let's come down here into the MCDU. I'm going to ident, so we can adjust the brightness. This has been very well modeled. Sorry, my mind just got blank. I was thinking about something else. This has been very well modeled by Flight Sim Studios, in my opinion. I used to fly an E190 in X-Plane 11. Believe it or not, it wasn't a great model of the E190, but I guess the next PDR 12. Yep. What? You realize it's not actually my mod who's getting rid of you. I'm getting rid of you. He returned. He's gone again. I'll just keep banning you. I will. I don't care how long it takes. So yeah, I used to fly an E190 in X-Plane 11. I flew two E190s actually. A slightly worse one and a slightly better one. So I do know what the system should look like, and this has been implemented quite well. I'm not sure about what this actually does. I've never used it yet. Mod me. You wanna do it? I will just keep banning him. I am actually considering modding you for the time being, just so I can have someone to ban the people from the chat. I'm gonna add you as a moderator. Save as a standard moderator. Who is that? You're now a standard moderator. Just so you can ban people. It's just so I don't have to do it. It's so much more helpful. Right, so let's go. I think it's root and then you have to put your flight ID in. Later, bro. Imagine, how long did you time him out for? Oh, you didn't time him out. Oh, right. 300 seconds. Why did he not time him out for 24 hours? Bruh, you should have timed him out for 24. We're just getting rid of people. This is so good. We're being targeted by fair enough. Just for now. You can have like a warning period, and then we'll just ban him. Well, I'm so mean, but I'm not playing around. So I have to put the flight number in there. 2E3523 into the flight ID, and then we'll go. Oh no, we want to go. Ah! No, I pressed the wrong button. All right, I'm gonna do. I forgot what it was, and then oh yeah, we need to put a destination in, which is EGCC for today. And we have to send a request. I love how it's called power plan. Different. Whoa! 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 Wait a second. Ha! Yes. He's gone. Get out of here, weirdo. I think I need to start putting my streams on unlisted. This is not okay. So we have he gone forever. So we gotta. So next thing we do, I didn't quite show that because I was just managing my chat, as you've probably seen. Thank you to ASRock, who is now my new moderator, who hopefully by the end of the stream will be upgraded to the. We should put some censored words in. Hopefully he'll be upgraded to a full moderator for the channel. Thank you. He's very helpful service that he's providing here from deleting people. So what I didn't show there was, so you just pop your flight ID in here, so your flight number, let's come up here, the flight number into there, press send, and then press here, and it'll come up, and you do apply active, and then we go back. We'll just cycle through here. This is the route for now. Now we're going to departure. Runway, depart from runway 24. The GoSo 1, I think it's the GoSo 1C SID. Yes. And press apply. And now we go to the arrival. The runway is 23 right. We're going ILS. Go for the star, which is, I think it's Lakey 1M. Yes. It is. I press apply, and we got a flight plan, and we can indeed have a look. And the alternative airport we need to actually fill out, which is going to be EGPK. And you can't quite fill that. It hasn't been implemented yet. Okay, that hasn't been implemented as of yet. So let's go ahead and just check through our flight plan to make sure there's no discontinuities. No, all seems good. So now we're in the performance init page for the for kilograms, which is the metric units for standard metric units in the UK. So this is all normal. There's not much I can do as of here. I do need to pop that in at some point. So, the zero fuel weight for today, cruising altitude will be 25,000 feet. I'm not by any means a connoisseur of this aircraft, by the way, so I'm not doing exactly realistic. I'm just doing it like relative to the A320, let's say. Also, chat, if you are interested in aviation, what are your thoughts of the Flight Sim Studios E190? Have you flown it before? What are your thoughts of the stuff you've seen so far? I'd love you guys to be able to support Flight Sim Studios. I'd love you guys to be able to be steered away from Flight Sim Studios if you don't like the aircraft. I just want to help out as much as I can. This EFB, we haven't talked about the EFB for a bit. There's some settings. You can go brightness and the GeForce effects, and then you can put your SimBrief username in here. EFB auto brightness, fly aircraft from right seat. This is all very good. Cabin light. So this you can set as a manual, for example. You can set the display refresh rate. And for example, this. These settings for the interior and the pressure, the baro references, and then you can have throttle calibration, which they've just added, which I've in fact disabled as of now, I think. Oh, yeah, that's just me testing though. I'm gonna leave that as it is. And then you can go back to home and you can have your flight details to import flights. You can have more than one flight on here at once, if I'm correct. And you can select each one. So for example, if I didn't want this, I'd press the X, which I'm not going to do because it'll probably break something. And then you can add another one and you can select them from a list. As long as you keep the thingy, as long as in your sort of instance of Microsoft Flight Sim, as long as you don't close it, it will save. And then you can import weather, you can do some calculations, loading time, you can send this to the MCDU and you have ground controls, and you can of course do charts if you have Navigraph, which I do not. But anyway, we need to get going with this because we're going to miss our departure slot if we're not careful. So estimated zero fuel weight for today is going to be 35,673 kilograms, which I think I've met. Manifest. Yes. Zero fuel weight is 35,800. And the gauge says 3,855 kilograms, which is that's accurate enough. I'll take it. So, I'm going to go back one page. See if I can fill this out. I'm not entirely sure of what you fill out in here, but yeah, okay, you can fill that out. The landing 3,000, so we need to do 3,862 minus 1,354. This is why you don't drop out of school, kids. I think it was was it 1,354 or was it? Yeah, 1,354. That's 2,508 kilograms left on landing. I don't think I'm going to be able to input this like this. Can! Wow, I didn't think you could do that. So, let's go ahead and go to the next page. Nice advice. Yeah. Don't drop out of school, otherwise you'll struggle. You don't want to do that, trust me. I haven't done it, and I never will. So, the wind for today is going to be 72 degrees at 14 knots. And so far, we've got the basics sort of to do a full flight. I wouldn't say it's incredibly like VAT sim realistic. It's not exactly up there, I would say. But we have the basics to do a nice full flight. So, we have the flex temp enter that. We'll enter that, and then we'll do FMS takeoff. Flaps to be 1. We'll do takeoff, and that's inputted the V speeds into here. Hello to all 5 people who are watching today's stream. Nice, thank you for the support. Very helpful. I love it when we get people watching the stream. I love interacting with my viewers. This is why I stream so much. So, the climb altitude. Trans altitude, I'm not entirely sure what it is. I think it's like 5,000. that in. The cruise. This isn't actually implemented yet. That's why I'm not filling it out. The descent. You don't need to fill this out. The landing. The landing is flat 5. Approach speed. Fixed. We want green dot. Fixed. Yeah, we want fixed. Stay. And then the descent page. And then landing. And then a landing in it, which I will fill out later in the air. Otherwise, we'll have probably values that are not completely accurate when we get there. 7 people, I think that's a new record. Maybe I got 9 once. I think 9 might have been the most at one time. Everyone, how are you all doing in chat? Very nice to see you all. I'd love to be able to interact with you if you can. And we just lost 3 people. But this is why it all goes so well and then it all just comes crashing down. So we are pretty much ready for departure. Pretty much on time as well. It is 5 minutes to 1. We're supposed to be departing at 5 minutes past 1. So let's remove the GPU on the jetway. Close the door. Close the cargo doors. And we'll go ahead and dismiss the catering and baggage trucks. Here, move the safety pins, the cones, and the engine covers. We'll keep the wheel chocks on just for now. Something I can hear is the A320 brake fan. It might be from another aircraft, but there aren't any seem to be around me apart from this A320 here. But then again, I think that's a Phoenix. What's it called? I think that's a fly-by-wire A320, which won't have as loud brake fans. And that is definitely a player. That's a player, because that's a Microsoft Flight Sim livery. So we have a player. So the jetway has been disconnected. We'll go ahead and plan our pushback. I'll select the pushback tab and pre-plan pushback. So we're going to be pushing back right facing, so look at the compass, facing probably think that's south, north, east, probably facing west today, I'd say. Facing west. We'll go west. I'm not entirely sure if that's accurate. Because I don't have a full compass. I will have a look at the actual... That's just a magnetic compass. It's not exactly accurate. Let's press enter, which selects that planned pushback route for today. This isn't included in the add-on, by the way. This is my own add-on. I might do a review of this. I might do a thing of like 5 flight sim mods that everyone needs. This is one of them. If you can't afford GSX. Okay. Let's go ahead and just look at the compass here. If we were facing east, or sort of north, we'll be facing about northeast. So set the parking brake, request pushback, keep the parking brake, put the parking brake on, and release the parking brake. Go ahead and, oh dear, turn on all the fuel pumps, set that to auto, beacon light, inspection light. I forgot to turn this on, by the way. Always turn this on. I think I've removed the chocks. I have. Have I removed the chocks? Yes, I have. Okay, good. Right. hello to the 6 people who are watching my stream. Love to interact with you in chat if you have the time. Just gonna set the parking brake for a second. And we'll set this to flight control now. Release that now. Go ahead and prepare for engine start. Come on, there we go. Okay, so to start the engines, we simply open the cover, select start, and leave it in run, and it will start up. You see the N2 coming up there. So also select the mode. Nav will prepare LNAV for when we engage the autopilot. Now 5, now 4. As it happens, we'll also set the auto throttle to be standard 250 knots. So we have good start on engine 2. I'm not aware of any restrictions for today. I'll just be climbing as it is. We'll start engine 2. We have good start with engine 1. I think you can start both of them at the same time on the Embraer. I think it's designed to be able to do that. Usually you don't, and I haven't done that pushback programmed correctly. We're not anywhere near the taxi line. Mod on brake, no problem. Thanks for the service earlier. Oh good. There we go. I think that's the pushback about to be completed. Let's go ahead and turn on the strobe lights, the taxi lights. We can turn off the APU generator now. APU lead. Set the parking brake, and we'll turn off the APU. We don't need this anymore. So we have good start. Let's go and do a flight controls test now. I have custom sort of gimbals set up on this, so there are different limits to what it would be in real life. So I know where it should be and where it shouldn't. Let's go fully down, fully up, neutral, fully left, fully right, and neutral, and the rudder fully right, and fully left, and neutral. We'll test the spoilers. Please come up. Does it not show spoilers on here anymore? It used to. Okay, I'll take it. Okay, so let's go ahead and set this side to be fuel now. Set that to run. Why did I just say set that to run? We're not saying anything to run. So we're going to just turn up the game audio a bit here because this aircraft is incredibly quiet if we haven't noticed already. So, going to release the parking brake, so the auto brakes to be RTO and the flaps to be 1. There we are, we're all configured for takeoff. So let's go ahead and debrief that, let's go ahead and finish that up with a little bit of review. So, on the MCDU, the systems are, oh, we haven't set the cruise altitude, I'll do that as I'm talking. Systems are fairly sort of basic. There's nothing too in depth as of now. But you can, the systems are there, the basic systems are there to do a full flight. So you can input a flight plan, for example, and use the performance init page, etc. That all works nicely. There's a heads-up display which I am not going to use for the takeoff because I hate heads-up displays. They are very confusing and very distracting in my opinion. EFB is very well textured, very well modelled. very easy to interact with, in my opinion. There are lots of operational functions and systems on this aircraft that you can also use to perform your basic full flight. And you could probably do some light VATSIM work with this aircraft as well. I'm sure in the months to come that will only improve further. Oh, actually have an active internet connection. I do have an active internet connection because I'm streaming and my stream hasn't crashed. That'll be a bug with the simulator usually. So let's go ahead and taxi out to runway 24. I will go ahead and when we get on the runway, select the heading. I don't know why this is happening. It doesn't usually happen. Hasn't happened for a while. I'm still streaming, everything's still working. Successfully connected, there we go. So, taxiing, ground speed of 18 knots. Taking, I believe this is taxiway. Oh, I just missed the sign. What's this say? I see it. I see it. Please, I want to see. I don't know what taxiway this is. I'm trying to be more realistic, and I'm putting. I think that was a fighter jet that just flew over our heads, but interesting. So, go ahead and turn on the landing lights in a second. Turn them before we reach the runway, probably. Do a takeoff config check.
Takeoff, okay.
Good, 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 good. A little bit fast there. Very bright textures on the ground. I've got a thingy, scenery for this, should I say. So, that was taxiway Alpha. Go ahead and turn on the runway lights as we enter the runway. So the landing lights, put the central ones on. Turn off the nose taxi lights. Give it a bit more power. Now I'm not actually sure where flex is on there. Okay, I can see the sort of arrow. I've always just gone to toga with these planes. And we can now go ahead and set these to be to the maximum, lining up on the runway 24. Set the heading, and you know what, let's just go ahead and go what the hell is going on here for a static takeoff here. So takeoff, toga, man flex 35 SRS runway thrust set, or a thrust black, I guess, or a thrust blue. Thrust set. Speed alive. What is going on with that A320? 80 knots. What is going on with that A320 is what I want to know. Keeping the center line nicely. This aircraft is very V1. Rotate. A little bit heavy off the ground there. Ooh, light crosswind indeed. I haven't actually got the flight directors turned on at the moment, so we will go ahead and turn that on. Positive rate, gear coming up. Get flight level change activated. And we'll also get the auto throttle going. So that's manual. Bring the nose down. And we've got to start the chronometer. That's typical with autonomous flights. Start the chronometer there. Make a small left turn just to get back on track here, following this flight director nicely. I'll bring this up. Making a right turn a little bit high up here. And the autopilot will fly better than me. Let's bring the flaps up. Autopilot on. Flaps up, please. Thank you. And everything seems to be working nicely. I'm gonna just boost my microphone a little bit here, so I can turn up the game audio so it's audible. So now climbing nicely, we're going to set the speed up to 240 knots, and I'm also going to go ahead get a an overlay going for you guys, so that you can see my landing rate, etc. And this seems to be happening with the it's a bug, I think. I think it's as I'm pressing this starts and stops it, as well as that. Bro's lucky. What do you mean by lucky? Call sign. What's our call sign for today again? I think it's 3523, something like that. Let's get the overlay. Open overlay. I'm not even lucky to be mod. Yeah, we needed a moderator earlier. If you let's use this overlay. Get a browser source going. Overlay. This is going to look a little bit cursed. In fact, I'm going to switch it over. Just for now. Don't worry, I'll bring it back in a second. Studio game. By 1080. Got that there. Cancel. And let's transition. There we go. How many, if you ask? Right, we've gone past 10,000 feet, so we're going to set that to standard. Set the speed to be Mach. Fasten belts come off. We're no longer in a sterile cockpit, so we can turn that off. Landing lights come off. Turn the inspection light off. Now. So all good. We'll also bring up the speed one by one. Two mods. I have two moderators. One is, yes, two, including Ace. I have Ace and another one called Technokatsa, who is currently on holiday, I believe. So, no, I have two. One is on holiday right now, so I've let them do their thing. I'm not disturbing people on holiday. I don't want to interfere with his holiday. He's on an aviation holiday actually, so more than happy for him to be. Dang, okay. Are you a channel as well? Is this why you're asking? Are you? Do you do? Do you YouTube as well? Let's check your channel. 25 subs. Oh, You're an aviation YouTuber. Found the characters from just a normal video. Nice. I like the liveries. Let's see what sim you use. What sim do you use? Let's have a look. What simulator do you use? Yesing20 to go to 30 subs. Yeah, congrats, man. Subscribe. Everyone subscribe to James in the chat. Looks like we're reaching the cruising altitude. So let's have a sort of debrief of that climb, shall we? And I'm going to turn the game audio back down because we're about to go to the outside view. So pop it there. So a little bit of a debrief of that climb. The autopilot is like okay. It's not like amazingly simulated. Just gonna reach it. Infinite flight sim and real flight sim, including flight radar 24. Wow. Yeah, I dropped a sub. Everyone subscribe to James. Click on his chat message and then go to channel. I don't know if I can. I don't know if you can do that, but I might pop a link in the description to his channel in a little bit. I'll do a shout out to you on community. Very cool channel, I can't lie. It's the ground speed, 308 knots. Let's go to 0.67 Mach. Yeah, everyone use that link, subscribe. Everyone subscribe to James. Give him as much support as you can. I love it when my chat does YouTube as well. So anyway, the autopilot and the glare shield. I'm also talking about the outside textures as well. Autopilot is okay. It's a little bit harsh in the angles of climb. It goes up and down very quickly, and you can't actually let it manage its own speeds as of now. It just kind of decelerates infinitely. Go. We need 3 more. 3 more people, come on. Just 3 more. In fact, let me pin this message. Ace, can you... I can't pin it. Oops. Oh my god, it's the chat froze, that's why. Let me pin that. I pinned it. Yeah, I pinned it. I might change your moderator. I have to adjust your moderator permissions next stream. I can't do it right now because I'd have to remove you and then it wouldn't let me do it again in this stream. So I have to do it next stream because it'll say I've done it. It said I've added a moderator too many times because I can only add 1 moderator per stream, I think, for some reason, which is a bit strange. I've tried it before, it didn't work. So but if I just remove you and then add you as a full moderator next stream, then it counts and it'll let me do it. So I'll adjust your permissions by next stream. But anyway, the autopilot, the angles of attack are quite harsh, sort of on the climb. It likes to go up and down quite a bit. And that would be quite a bumpy ride. Brilliant about it. I'm adjusting Ace's perms as mod, so he has full moderator. He's only got like standard now, I think. I don't know why, because I put him as full. Have we hit the sub goal? I haven't been checking. We've hit 1. We've got 1 sub. Thank you for whoever subscribed. Very kind of you. Come on, 3 more subs for 170 subscribers. Let's... what about me? I can add... Yeah, I'll add you. I'll add you as a mod. Yeah. I can't do it this stream, though, because it doesn't let me, for some reason. I only actually do one per like stream. You've got two. Two? Dang, we need one more sub to hit the sub goal. In fact, I'm gonna be ambitious. No, we'll keep it as 3, because then it'll round us off on a nice. The next stream, I'm not entirely sure when or what it'll be, but oh my god. Yeah, so we might not be as active as we are right now, but I'll do my best. I'm gonna try and get back into uploading videos, because uploading videos takes a lot of effort. But anyway, I'm gonna do a bit of talking about the aircraft now, if that's okay, because this is what the stream is about. So that climb was a bit jolty. The autopilot has quite like harsh pitching sort of angles. It likes to go up and down quite a lot, and at quite harsh angles. So you need to make sure to manage it nicely if you can. You could use the vertical speed indicator if you're doing this, which is here. There's a lot of managing still to do. It's not automated. It's not exactly an autopilot. It's like a semi-autopilot, because you have to do flight level change, because VNav just doesn't work. You can't even press it at all. So you have to press nav, and it won't climb by itself because you can't do VNav. So you have to do flight level change, and that's quite a harsh angle. So it's yeah, a bit jolty. I'm not actually sure where I'm flying right now, because this doesn't look. This looks like the coast of the UK, and we're not leaving the UK in this stream. We're just flying down to Manchester. Have I put this in right, or have I put it in wrong? Please tell me I'm not going to a random place. Oh no, I'm flying. No. It's just the islands actually. So yeah, we are flying in the right. We're flying in the right place. Yeah. Okay. Good. So when we get a lakey, which is here. In fact, if I just pop this in the middle, lakey is going to be our top of descent. Lakey is the top of descent point. I could stream snipe you in this game. Pop it up to 6.68. See, the autopilot has not been properly added as of yet. Let me just test something. Where's the wiper? Windshield wiper. The wiper still works. Okay. I'm not entirely sure if that's realistic to the aircraft. I'm not a massive Embraer E-Jets connoisseur. Oh yeah, because Ace has this game still, I think. But the outside model we haven't talked about, it has come a long way from what it was before. It used to be like a grey cockpit glass shield, which looked like solid, almost didn't even look like glass. But the texturing on this, I mean, even the stuff like dirt and the outlines and stuff, really nice. I could get some nice thumbnail screenshots for this. These people are just creepy, I can't lie, but no, lovely engines. I've flown on an E190 once before to Portugal, which was an interesting flight because they gave me food poisoning on the flight. But the E190 is quite cramped and quite small on the inside. I don't know why they flew it from Manchester to Portugal. That's a 3-hour flight, and I could hardly feel my legs once I got up. This is mostly just used for like business flights, I'd say. It's almost like a bigger business jet, in my opinion. But it's nice and fast. It's not big. It can be used for like small internal flights, internal routes, I'd say. And the modeling of the exterior and the cabin and also the cockpit. Let's have a look at the cabin, shall we? Let's venture out. This is where I was a few years ago. I think it was 3 years ago. Oh, can you go any further than this? Ah, can you not go any further? Or is my arrow key just broken? Oh no, you can't. You can't. Ah, there's like a invisible wall there. There wasn't before. I don't know if that's just a bug. Unless I can walk right. No, I can't. There's like a wall. Okay, so you can't actually go that far. But the cabin is modelled, and it's the sort of narrowness and the 2x2 seating configuration. What just happened? Did it just disconnect? I thought I just heard autopilot. Maybe that was a bug? Have I still got autopilot? Autopilot is still engaged. So yeah, the modeling is like first class. I think they've put modeling before functionality, which isn't always a good strategy, but in this case it's worked out quite well because they've got to similar places with both. The modeling is a bit further ahead, and the texturing is a bit further ahead than the implementation of systems. But the systems depth right now for an aircraft that's in early access is fairly impressive, actually. I don't know why people hate so much on this aircraft, because they don't seem to be able to read. It's in early access. Pop the game audio up a little bit. Looking to arrive at 1:41 GMT, Greenwich Mean Time. That is the UK time. I don't know what that'll be for other people, but I'm based in the UK, so I'm doing it in UK time. Ground speed of 364 knots, cruising altitude of 25,000 feet, which this is barometric. I think this is not in standard. We are at 25,000 feet. Cruising at Mach 0.68 right now, heading to Manchester. And the flight controls. I haven't talked about the flight controls. It's another thing we can talk about. This aircraft is quite forgiving, so it's really good for people who are flying for a beginner or something like that. So if you're looking to get into small airliners and work your way up, this is a good place to start. It feels does feel light, so it does feel like agile and nimble as the real aircraft would, but it also feels quite forgiving, like you can trust in it. It's a sturdy aircraft. So this touchscreen is just beautiful. Approaching Lakey now. I'll just check that in the just have a look. The live chat has appeared. Is it updated? So Lakey has a is coming up now in 2 minutes. So we'll go ahead and set the altitude that we're going to descend to. Now I'm not entirely sure if it's supposed to show the top of descent on the FMC like it does usually in other aircraft, so we're going to set this down to 4,000 feet to intercept the ILS, which hopefully should work here. So approaching Lakey here, which is going to be the top of descent, 10 nautical miles to go. So far, very impressed with the aircraft and how it's performing, and we'll go ahead and rip that through the landing. I'm gonna have to bring the speed back. Manually on this approach. I'll also fill out the approach page in a second, so go ahead and turn on styro, fasten belts, pop the dome light on. I assume that's the dome light there. Strange texturing. That is a bit weird. Whoa. Not sure if I like that. Is that a dome light? Yep, it is. Oh, that's much better. It's just because the LED hasn't been very well textured. So we've hit Lakey. That's the start of the SID. You see how sharp that descent was? It's like a fighter jet. That's not great. Bit crazy. Descending very quickly here. Hoping to reach 4,000 feet by about here. Doesn't give me a top of a descent reach point. Tell me where I'm going to hit. The data climb, cruise, descent, my landing, in it. So what we're going to do here is we're going to pop into Discord, inside a Game Arts Lounge, and do a slash metarbot, which will give me the weather for Manchester. So the altimeter for today is going to be 1015 HPAs. The winds are variable at 4 knots, which you can't actually input into here at the moment. The temperature slash dew point is going to be 20 degrees at 60 degrees dew point, so let's go and pop that in. Now I'm slightly embarrassed to tell you that only recently I was told that runway the number for the runway corresponds to the runway heading. which means working out headings for runways is so much easier. So we're going to go ahead and bring the speed back. Icing conditions. We are going like mad. Go ahead and bring it back to 242. So the anti-ice valve has just opened. As you can see, we are going like hell here. Icing conditions, and it does it automatically, the anti-ice, which is realistic to the aircraft actually. So that's the runway heading. The wind is variable, so I'm just going to put in any number. I don't know, 90, 52, so 52 degrees at 4 knots. So gentle winds, calm. Oh, that didn't work. Oh, I didn't do the dash. So we've set it as a straight tailwind, which is going to be interesting. So landing is flat 5. The approach speed is fixed to flaps 1. So we want to come down to 210. To start off with, and then we want to go to flaps 1. Set it to 180. I'll actually set the speed brakes out so that we can keep dropping the speed and keep descending. I'm gonna head and start zooming in here. So it's a 0.45. I'll probably leave it at 0.45 just because it will come up gradually. Passing through 12,700 feet here. Let's get the landing lights on, the logo light, and I'm going to put the inspection light on just so we don't have to. In fact, no, I'm going to turn it off. I was going to say just so we don't have to fiddle around with it on the ground once we've done. But that would be too easy, wouldn't it? We've been flying for 25 minutes so far, instead of the probably 6 hours of So, I've just figured out how we can see what altitudes we're supposed to be at. Rosen, we need to be at 2,000 feet. That's not right. So, go ahead and bring out a standard. Set the QNH to be 1016. Set the auto throttle to be down to 210. Shouldn't be too hard. So we're looking to hit top of descent nicely. Just hit top of descent nicely, hitting the mark for the ILS intercept nicely. Bit cloudy down here, bit overcast. There is actually going to be a little bit of a storm in the UK fairly soon. Can't see any rain for the moment, so we can probably leave off the wipers. $7,000 feet. Bring in the speed brakes now for a nice descent down here. Set the auto brakes to the low setting. The auto brakes are way too powerful in this aircraft. The low auto brake just is like you stop in like 10 feet. It's ridiculous. I don't know why it's so powerful. You don't even need them. That's just not right. You shouldn't. That shouldn't be like that. Hello, chat. 4 people at the moment. If you have any experiences of your own with this aircraft, or you have anything to add to my review, because I'm not exactly a connoisseur of this aircraft, very much happy to you know, accept that coming up on the to select approach, but I don't know if you can here. I'm waiting for the ILS diamonds to come up. I might have a look at whether I need to press anything to get the diamonds to come up. So I might just pause here and have a little look online, because I've been a while since I've actually flown this aircraft, so you have to bear with me because I'm a bit unfamiliar with the systems at the moment. Oh god, streaming is exhausting, I swear. Right, well this is going well. My YouTube isn't loading up. Oh, as soon as I turn that off, it opens. Full flight tutorial. Oops. This is the one I've always used, I think. This is going to be a bit loud, isn't it? No, it's not actually. Being a mod is exhausting. Yeah, it is. You have to watch the stream constantly. There's not much to do at the moment. Can I up the quality? Is that... okay, there we go. I can actually see what's going on now. Okay. So I've been paused, I just realised. So I'm not sure if I've set things up correctly here. Actually. Gonna oh no. Oh no, oh no, I've messed up. I made a big mistake. That's not supposed to happen. Look at the violence of that autopilot. Drop the speed. I pressed the wrong button. I think I might see rain on the windshield. It looks a bit drizzly out there, so I'm gonna go and pop the wipers on low. Okay, I'm just waiting. Until I can intercept the ILS damage. I don't know if I have to press anything. I think it's going to be raining when I touch down, I can't lie. So auto rec is low. Super brakes are armed automatically, so we don't need to worry about that. Come on. Does anyone in this stream know how you can get... Oh, can I do it now? Because it's in the middle. Because I'm trying to get the diamonds. I'm trying to get the ILS to come up, but it doesn't want to come up. Oh, I've done that. I don't know what it does. I don't think that's related. Just you, fair enough. Not surprised, just watching some guy struggling to get the ILS to engage. I think I have to be on the glide slope. I'm not actually on the glide slope at the moment. Glide slope inhibit in there. So let's bring the speeds back. Do it now? Oh, I thought I could do it then. To 180 to bring the flaps out. Probably should have done this a bit sooner. So I'm looking for 139 as our final landing speed. Maybe I need to be slower. Do it here? No, we're not on the glide slope at the moment. So that is the airport there. Now, we aren't gonna... In fact, no, we can make this approach. So, if I bring this round... I think it hasn't been configured correctly because... I'm gonna do the manual approach. So, flaps to 1. Has it been set to 1? I can't work it out. I think it's going to 1. Yeah, it is. Whoa. See, this aircraft is nice and forgiving to fly, so flaps to 2. Go ahead and just bring it around, put the gear out. Go ahead and flaps to 3. I think that's 5, maybe? I'm not entirely sure. Gonna just give it toga here. Flaps 5. Struggling to descend here. I'm going flaps full. That's flaps full there. So yeah, this approach hasn't exactly worked out because it's actually configured me for the wrong runway. So we are coming back round here to rejoin the flight path. That's full toga, so it won't come down. Come on. Come down. Come down. My stick is fully down right now. I have to stall it out here. There we go. Very high, but we can correct that. Why won't it fly so... I can't... I'm having to fly it so slowly. Have I misconfigured something? I don't think so. Like, to get anything on down... I'm fully down on the stick right now. I think I might have misconfigured something. I'm not entirely sure. But anything over 120 knots, I can't go down. So... yeah, I can't pitch down. Let's bring it to idle. Then I can pitch down. I think it's this, the nav. Maybe flight level change. I'm not entirely sure if everything's disengaged properly. I think maybe I need to bring the flaps in a notch. That might fix things. So, very messy approach. We're heading for the left runway, which is runway 5 left. Yeah, that's fixed everything up a bit. Made it operable. Go ahead and line up for the runway here. I think I've saved that relatively well, actually. No rain as of yet, so we are nicely lined up. A little bit low, but this aircraft does like to float quite a bit. Bring the throttle in. Throttle back, throttle back, throttle back, throttle back. Haven't set the runway heading, which is not exactly ideal, but we had bigger fish to fry than these wipers are so irritating, but I don't have time to turn them off right now. I have a feeling this might not be the best landing in the world, but we'll deal with it. It's okay. Now it wants to come down. Okay.
200.
Bit of a right stick.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10. 10.
Flare. Okay. I'll take it. It was well off center line, but reverse thrust 80 knots. There you go. There's the auto brakes. Just way too, like, didn't even have time to react to them. Right. Welcome to Manchester, ladies and gentlemen. Very chaotic landing that was. Whew. Okay, let's take this exit off the runway. Get rid of these stupid wipers, they're so irritating, I can't see what I'm doing. Oh, so much better. Taxi lights on. Looks like we're taking taxiway. We're going to just go straight through the gates here, over there. Taxiway. Taxiway Julie Foxtrot over here, sort of, kind of. I'm not entirely sure. The arrows are not incredibly clear. So APU. I'm going to take this. I'm going to join all the A320s over here. Actually, change my mind. You can take any gate because we're not on VATSIM. We'll stop the chronometer when we get to the gate. But the flight time was about 40 minutes. That is really loud. So I have looking like we're having a ramp for today, which is a little sad, but imagine if we parked over there, it looks so much nicer. Looks like we're heading for something like gate 48 maybe. I can fly from OBS. I should try it as a challenge. Yeah, I think this is gate 48. Not entirely sure. Oh god, I got a brake here. Go a bit further. I'll go way further than that. I'm not taking off though. And let's brake. Park and brake set. Oh, dead on the mark. That is perfect. I was not expecting it to be that perfect. So the APU generator and the APU bleed. And let's go ahead and just shut down the engines by telling these to stop. Oops. And there we are. Oh, that landing was so stressful because it didn't configure us right. I don't know why it selected wrong runway even though it selected 23 right. We ended up coming on 5 left, which is technically 23 right in a way, but we're on the wrong end of it. So that's definitely a bug. So let's get a GPU. Safety pins, cones. No engine covers just yet. Let's see if we can get some stairs. No, I don't think there's any stairs for today. So we don't have any stairs. Okay, right. Aircraft. We get stairs. Twin baggage. Nah, it hasn't actually recognized that we're at a gate. This is a bug with this aircraft. Usually it works with others. So we'll just go ahead and open the doors. Here then. And we can release the passengers. Inspection light, red beacon are still on. Right. It's time to debrief and give a final verdict. This is going to be the most in-depth part of the stream. We've got about 3 minutes until I'm going to probably leave, so 3 minutes of just me talking about the aircraft. Now, I can't actually remember how much this costs. Let me have a look. Let's have a look. E-Jet series. There's more than one. You can get an E170 as well. B190. So it's about 40 euros to buy the E190, which is a fairly big price for an aircraft that's in early access. Now, if you are to buy this, there is a big disclaimer. It is in early access. That means it is not finished. By no means is it finished, and by no means is it completely realistic. There is even a big thing that says, warning, do not buy if you are not comfortable with using these products in early access. If you're not comfortable with using it in early access, then just wait. But if you do want to use it in early access and you're not happy with, for example, your Virtual Coil E175 or Braddock aircraft, those are two that it compared it to, saying that Braddock was better, which is one hell of a lie. If you're not comfortable with them aircraft, then and you're comfortable with using this in the early access phase, then this is the point where you need to listen and take your notes. So we're going to start off with the physics. This aircraft is very good aircraft for it simulates the physics very well, in my opinion. It feels light and nimble without feeling uncontrollable. And for example, you saw me there when I messed up the flaps rating for the landing. I put flaps full thinking that I could get away with it. You saw how I couldn't pitch down at the landing speed. That's realistic. That's very good. But it also feels forgiving. I could fly that at about 109 knots there, which is very slow, and it didn't stall out because I was fiddling around with other things, trying to get the gear and the flaps and stuff, and I wasn't paying. I couldn't use the throttle. So I trusted the aircraft. I left it at a certain throttle rating, for example 30%, which is where it's at now, which you can't see. And I trusted it. And it held it. It held it in the sky. I could do what I needed to do to get the aircraft ready for landing. Get it reconfigured with the flaps because I put it at the wrong setting, and adjust the trim, the gear, etc. And then I could bring the throttle back up, and it didn't stall out one bit. It did it all. It held it in the sky. That's because this aircraft is very forgiving, and that means it's very easy for people who are beginners at Microsoft Flight Simulator to also be able to fly. So if you're into airliners but you don't want, you need something that's nice and easy to fly, you can still get decent range out of. I've done 3.5-4 hour flights in this thing, no problem whatsoever, and it's so forgiving. If you need something like that, then this is definitely for you. And also because it's not fully implemented and only has the basic features to do a full flight, you can learn the basics without having to get your head around complicated like procedures and stuff. Be able to learn the basics, the important stuff that's still very realistic but isn't too complicated. You can learn that in this aircraft, have a forgiving aircraft to fly as well, and you can have so much fun. I've spent countless hours, probably 100 hours or so in this aircraft. Now, speaking of realism, let's get back to, for example, if you are someone who has been flying for a long time, like me. I've been flying for 7 or 8 years now. I'm still terrible, as you can see from that landing. To be fair, it did say wind's variable, so the crosswind picked up at the last second, and no amount of rudder would have saved that. I managed to just about touch down on the runway. But for someone who's been flying for 8 years, it is lacking a few features. For example, if we go into the cockpit here, and look, no TCAS, no weather, and no checklists, which we got. I was 7 when I started flight simulators, not when I was playing this game. Yeah, I was 7 when I started playing this game. Not this game, because this game wasn't out when I was 7. When I started playing GeForce, because I started in GeForce, the browser sim, because I had a terrible laptop, as Ace knows, because he knows me very well. I started playing GeForce, and I did an Around the World series on that, on my previous channel, which is now permanently deleted. I did Around the World. I did my first 6-hour flight in an A380 on there, and I found my love for the A380, which I still love to this day, and I'm 100% ready for that the fly-by-wire A380 to come out, and can't wait. I'm going to be literally on it for the download as soon as it releases. But yeah, for someone who's been playing Sims for 7 or 8 years now, I think it's 8 next year when it gets to 2025. I've been playing for 8 years. For someone who knows how to fly, knows all the sort of basics, I can do consistent landings that are like smooth and mostly on center line, as long as the crosswind, as long as it's not variable winds and stuff, which was there. To be fair, it was variable winds, so the wind wasn't in a set direction. It could have gone all the way. It went literally. It's changing all the time. So for someone who knows the stuff, it is lacking a fair few features. A lot of things on here are indeed grayed out. So the perf plan, the descent forecast. You go to the next page. A lot of things have been added since I've come back. This hasn't. This has been like that for a long time. A lot of this was grey before I've come back to this aircraft. So it's I forgot to turn the chronometer off. Whoops. So the progress that they've made on this aircraft since I flew it is quite impressive. Textures have improved. A lot of this has been implemented. A lot of this has been implemented as well. It's very impressive to see how they've developed it over time, and have started adding in key features and stuff. These two here are going to be probably really soon, I'd say. They're focusing on the MCDU right now and these screens, I'd say. So you do have to understand this is in early access and there are features missing. So I can't rate it incredibly high on features because there aren't like too many to compete with released aircraft, because this isn't technically released. This is in early access still. So it's definitely not up there with stuff like Phoenix A320 is definitely nowhere near. I don't think it'll ever be anywhere near. Or the fly-by-wire A320, because they've got all of the stuff implemented. This is still lacking the sort of basics, like the descent forecast and the perf plan, performance plan, etc., and fire extinguishers and stuff like that. But even the little details like this, DVDR control panel, CVR erase, DVDR test, I can erase. Use this, all this stuff. I think that's kind of basic for this aircraft. All the air conditioning, APU, external lights, hydraulic pumps, etc. That's all been implemented very well. And I'm very impressed with how they're going. Obviously I can't rate it as fully realistic at the moment, but it's getting there. It's getting there. The textures are a work of art. The it comes with like 15 liveries, and it comes with the E190 and the E195 variant. I'm flying the E190 variant right now. I think that's a texture bug there. That should be finished, I think, unless I'm looking at it wrong. Let me have a look at a real one. TUI Embraer. I can't spell. 190. Let's have a look at the TUI livery. Yeah, the U extends further than that. That's just been cut off. You can see the cut-off point there. So that's something with this livery. And my God, the frame rate. Yeah, the frame rate, they need to improve. Because I'm struggling right now. Mostly because I'm just streaming. Streaming is obviously quite resource intensive. When I'm not streaming, I can run comfortably at 40 frames per second. But I lose about 20 when I'm streaming Microsoft Flight Sim because of all the resources my computer's having to use. So they probably need to optimize the performance a little bit. Maybe sacrifice some looks for functionality and performance. But the textures right now, I mean, they're so high quality and they're so detailed. It's really impressive. I mean, the resolution of these textures is properly nice. I'm not yeah, I don't know what this is. This looks like wood. I don't like that. Stuff like windows, reflectancy, the engines are custom. Just so impressive. I think to think that that's in early access is just someone would say no. I'd say no. I'd say no, it's not. I'd say no, it's not. It's an entry level airliner. I said no, it's not. It's an entry level mod airliner. It's not. I wouldn't believe you if you said, oh, that's a bug. The door's closed and yet I can go through it. That's not right. But stuff like the heads-up display for this side is missing, which is actually visually irritating me. It's not even. It's not symmetrical. It's actually irritating me a bit. But just look at the cockpit right now, and to think that this is early access is quite impressive. Hi, hello. You've literally just joined us at the end of the stream. So I'm going to recommend this aircraft to people. I'm going to completely go against all the controversy that has arisen with this aircraft and say buy it. But only if you're comfortable with the early access phase. When this becomes a fully released airliner, they've got some serious potential. They're getting very far with this, I'd say. I don't know how many people are working on the team, but I'd say it was a fair few. And I'd say if you're not comfortable with early access right now, then I would wait until, hold on, I need to turn that off. I would wait until the aircraft is fully released, and then I would still buy it. I would still get it. This is probably your best shot for an E190 at the moment, and probably in the future, because I'm not entirely sure how many people are going to compete with this, because this is quite impressive. So yes, I'm going to approve this aircraft. I'm going to approve it to beginners who want something nice and simple to fly with quick turnaround times and forgiving physics, but also has a lot of realism and the basic critical features to do nice full flights. I'm also going to recommend it to approve it for people like me, who've been flying for 7 or 8 years, know all of the systems on aircraft can fly fairly consistently, given fair weather and a decent aircraft to fly, and don't care that this aircraft is in the early access phase and just want to support the company, the small company making this aircraft. I would also approve that to those people as well. This is a fantastic aircraft, and I couldn't recommend it enough to those people. So if you're starting out in flight sim, you're watching this, you're starting out in flight sim, and you've never flown an airliner before, and you want something simple to start out with, something easy to fly, something that still has all the essentials, all the systems in there, but it's still easy to use, and there's plenty of support online for, and something that you'll get hours of fun out of. If you're starting out and you want something like that, get this or get the fly-by-wire A320, or get both. The fly-by-wire A320 is free. This is only €30, maybe. I think it's 40 actually. But if you're willing to spend €40 on this, then get it. Don't hesitate on it. I don't think I'm gonna get many people who are wanting to start flight sim now. Oh, there's an A320 pushing back. That's the fly-by-wire A320. That, oh god, he's despawned. Hello, you've joined us right at the end of a stream. So yeah, I don't think many people are going to be starting Flight Sim 2020 now, as Flight Sim 2024 is just around the corner. But I think this should be transferred over. I think they're transferring things over. I'll look into that. But if you're starting out in Flight Sim now, you want something that's just easy to fly and still has all the critical systems, the important systems, and it's still realistic, but you can still have fun in and learn how to fly an airliner. Even if it's your first time going to a sim, just buy this. Just buy it. And also as well, if you don't care that it's in early access and you're a realistic, you're good with airliners and you've been flying for a long time, and you are a big fan of the E-Jet series from Embraer, also get this, because it's got all the stuff, all the necessary stuff, all the important stuff that you could need in a flight sim. There's nothing missing that's crucial, I'd say. So I'm gonna end the stream with a anonymous approved. I'm 100% all for this aircraft. No complaints, no features missing. And now the final thing that I have to finish the stream on. What was the feet per minute on the landing? Because I didn't see. What is this? This aircraft. What did I get? Is this me coming off the runway? It was. Did that say -17? Oh my god! I got. Okay, I was kind of a bit off the runway, probably. It was a bit to the left. But I got, that says, yeah, -17 feet per minute. I thought it was 171 at first. I was like, that is reasonable. What is going on here? It's slew mode. That's impressive. That's really impressive. I think that might be a bug with flight out shoes. I don't think it was -17 feet per minute. It might have been -171 feet per minute, more like maybe 120 actually, -120. But I'm pleased with that. I'm not so pleased with the center line, but we can improve on that with this aircraft. I haven't flown this in a long time. So that ends off with a happy anonymous and an anonymous approved aircraft. So that is gonna indeed be the end of today's stream. If you've enjoyed today, then obviously make sure to leave a like, and if you've really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. We almost hit the sub goal today. Just check one last time to make sure we didn't. Oh, we have. We've just hit it. Just hit the sub goal. Yes. I have to update it manually because I don't have the live software to have it updated automatically because I'm not that rich. But yeah, if you've enjoyed today's stream, make sure to leave a like, and if you've really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. And if you want to see more things like this, then make sure to turn on the notifications so you won't miss another upload. I'm thinking of editing this down into a video for other people to see, so it's not just people who have watched the stream, so other people can find it in the future and stuff. But yeah, the FSS E190 is anonymous approved. I hope you've enjoyed today's stream. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.